We are live. We are recording for YouTube as well. You love to see it. There we go. Let me get this worked out. Reload the player. What is going on here? Oh, Lord. I broke something. I'm always breaking something. Hey, there it goes. Oh, wait. Why did I do that? That's terrible. Don't do that. Okay. All right. Recording for YouTube. Recording for... I'm not recording. Streaming to Twitch. Recording for YouTube. I'm getting some weird glitching on the player here. I'm gonna make sure that's just on my end. Let's see. Twitch. Gotta double check this stuff. I want to make sure that it comes across properly, because if it doesn't, that's problematic. Looks okay. All right. So, Riff of the Week, November 26. Yeah, I had to double check the date. All right. So, I have nothing figured out today. I'm literally just going to make it up as I go. I decided to load up. Excuse me, still a little sick. I decided to load up a different plugin. So I'm using 2Notes for my IR loader. And today we're trying out the dual rectifier from Plugin Alliance. The only thing I'm doing is I am driving it with Helix Native. Okay. So I think I might have to pull out some more bass out of it because it's a little. All right, we'll go with that. I'm not that worried about how perfect my rhythm tone is, because it's just about the idea is speed, right? You want to write as fast as possible, so that's what we're sticking with. So let me go ahead and get a block here for some drums. Yeah, right there. Yo, what up, Ashton? How's it going, homie? I have nothing written today. So today is an exercise in, can I do it from the ground up? Like I said, man, I have nothing figured out yet. So today's gonna be interesting. We're gonna really see how fast I can be with the whole writing on the spot thing. So there's my tone, kind of poopy, but you know what? Not gonna overdo it. Not gonna question it. So jump right in, right? Let's see what we got. Go low and slow with this one. Okay. All right, let's see what I can get for this one. You know what? I need more treble. Yeah, there's just not enough attack for it to come through properly. Hey, Sydney. How are you doing? You feeling any better? I'm good. Good. Less sick. Good. That's good to hear. I am fighting off some illness myself, but it's getting better every day. With your boyfriend, fun. Tell him I said hello. I'm going to try to get that back down to the 1 every time. Hello. Needs a little more gain. It's just not gained enough. Okay, bye. Enjoy the show. It's the new one on Netflix, I think, right? Or are you just actually watching like straight up old school Addams Family? Oh, Wednesday. Okay, the new one. Very cool. You'll have to let me know how it is. Text me later and tell me. You know what? It's just not going to cut it, y'all. I'll have to spend some more time. I haven't actually messed with this one enough. Like, I know they got the whole effects rack and you can, like, adjust settings back here, but I'm not going to do that today. That's like a whole separate thing to mess with. So, actually, I take it back. Look at that. Okay, that's all effects stuff. I don't want to mess with all that. What do we got here? What does this say? Oh, we're not messing with all that. Power soak. Very noisy. We're going to go ahead and not do that anymore. No more of that one. I gave it a shot. I'm going to have to spend some more time messing around with those plugins. So we're just going to go for, you know what? I still kind of want to mess around with something different. So let's load up the Loomis because the Jeff Loomis is sick. Turn this off, though, because I'm not using it. Turn that down a little bit because I do know that I like to play the master. Turn that off. I don't need it. Oh, I'm using Torpedo. So Torpedo, because the plugin Alliance stuff doesn't allow you to load an IR directly through them. They've got their own like batch of IRs built in. So, or you can turn it off. So I turned it off and used one of my own IRs. And then since I'm kind of checking out different amp sims rather than load the IR in each individual amp sim that does allow it, I'm just running this on its own. Already off to a good start, this one, though. That just, man, that's... Although the output's almost clipping, so let's go ahead and dial that back just a tad. It does. But like I said, if if I end up saying, hey, this is a cool tone, I want to try something else, then if I load like a neural DSP or Mercurial or whatever, instead of having to go through the settings to load it up every time, I can just turn the cab sim off and it automatically gets ran here. Just saves me a step whenever I'm like demoing things on the fly. Kind of like that. Yeah. No, you're good, man. I kind of like that like pause idea, I think I want to give that a try. Let's see what tempo it is, though. 3. That's a little fast. 100 BPM. Maybe let's try it at 90. Okay, that feels a little. That's like just on the sluggish side. So let's try 95. I get that. It like the way I'm playing it, it wants to fall just before the 1, and I'm like tripping myself up. I want to get something kind of cool going for that. It's not bad. It's just it's a little extra chunky, and I feel like it lacks definition whenever I go to do that. But let's get some let's get like a little drum thing going. Get those plopped in real quick. Oh, you know what? I also need to set up my loop. There we go. let's get something else going. I got a different idea now. Okay. Kind of got some interesting. I got some things I could potentially do. Down, down. So, dun, 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 dun. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's kind of cool. That little section right there. I messed it up that time. Down, 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 down. Maybe like that. Yeah, because I messed up the notes that I wanted to play for it. So. Something like that. There's some kind of cool in that groove now. Yeah, let's try that real quick. Let me put some cymbals on here so it's a little bit easier to actually groove to it, because you can't hear the click track and I can. All right, simple enough. Let's see what we got going on here. So Yeah. One, two, three, four. God. Maybe like that. Nah. Trying to find the the correct groove is always fun. Excuse me. I want to do something else instead of going back to the one for the halfway point. Because I can still access that note right there if I wanted to, but I don't think I don't really know if that's what I want to reach for. That's kind of cool. I like that. Let's try that. I already fucked it up. There's something cool there, but I'm trying to figure out, do I want to like ramp up the speed suddenly or keep this like slower groove thing going? Nah, let's stay with the slow. Said stay with the slow and didn't do it. Let's try that again. That could be kind of cool. Something that like stays in that slower approach, but lets me access more notes to kind of give maybe a little foreshadowing to maybe whatever's going to come next. So let's see what we got here. Bringing it. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I like that. Get kind of nasty with it, you know? Maybe try that. I like that. I'm going to go ahead and record that real quick. Get that idea going. Come back, modify the drums a little bit so they fit. And then we can start looking at maybe what to do next. See about turning it into like, you know, when I do like riff of the week stuff, I like to do a couple of ideas together, because I think that like anything can be a riff by itself, but what you can really do is showcase like where that riff could go. So sometimes like, you know, you'll have your like riff that's like obviously your showcase, and then maybe the other part's like, yeah, that sounds cool. Like by itself, it might not be as cool, but like the energy that like you conveyed by switching to it might be kind of cool, or it might just give people an idea like, oh, that sounds like that could be a chorus, you know. So that's typically how I approach a riff of the week. 3, 4. got 2 of them in a row on that level. Can't speak, can't English today. On those last couple of runs, so I'm gonna just do the cheat thing where I move everything. I think there's got to be something going on with my my DAW's compensation, because I don't feel like I'm playing that far ahead of the beat, but every time I look at my waveforms, they look like they're way ahead of the beat. So I think there might be something wrong with my delay compensation. But I'm too lazy to figure it out, so I just move on. All right, so now we've got I kind of want to leave those open. Let those rung out notes kind of have their own flair. Might be kind of cool to throw in like a quick little yeah, let's do that. Take the velocity down a little bit, and then for these, I'm gonna yeah, cool. Nah, we'll leave that there. Leave it there for now. I'm not a drummer, so I'm definitely not going to have like the perfect beats. And I'm not worried about it. So now, this will obviously get played twice. There's no getting around it. Like, I wouldn't play that just once. So that'd be kind of weak sauce. We don't want to do that. Let's see about putting in some kind of effect. Not as corn as what I was playing the other day. Okay, let's see about getting some kind of effect in here. It's been a while since I started off a riff of the week that actually has like a layer guitar right away, so that might be kind of fun. Let's try it out. That's kind of cool. There's something interesting there, but I'm not enjoying the way it's coming across right now. So I tell you what, let's try something different. Ooh, Xenoverb. Xenoverb is a very cool plugin by Audiority. It's just, it gets some really ridiculous sounds. I tend to go for like shimmer. Excuse me. And then just start like shoving stuff wherever you want it. Obviously, you turn the mix up, and then you start losing your initial attack. But you can really start messing with some stuff. What I like is like I'll play something like this and I'll hear these weird like overtones that the reverb is producing, and then I'll like want to come back with like a choir effect or something, because now I can hear like ways that I can like kind of lean into some of what it's producing. It's kind of cool. So might as well give it a shot, see what happens. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff that can be done there. It's weird because I'm trying to find like the proper way that I want to handle the left hand hammer on. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have enough tap practice to be able to just come out of the slide and instantly get into the next tap that I want to do. So I won't be doing that today because I don't feel like struggling with that for 3 hours trying to make this one thing sound cool. But that might be a technique that I need to brush up on for next week or something. All right, let's try it. There we go. Oops. I don't like the idea of it switching that often. All right. There's something here, but maybe it's not meant to be on guitar, which is also okay. Sometimes it's cool to just, find the sound that you're messing around with. And then if it's not working, try something else. No, obviously we're not using that sound. But there's like a cool atmosphere. Let's try that. No. All right, so let's see. What are the notes I'm playing? I'm playing E, F. Oh, let me turn off a little bit of that there reverb that I don't need right now. Okay. E, F, not G. So we got G sharp, A, B, C, E. Cool. So, what do you got here? It's a little too slow. All right, let's see what happens. There's definitely something there. It's the wrong effect, though. These are all really slow. Oh, nope. Definitely not. See, why can't we just like instantly get into stuff like that? No. Nope. 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 Okay, this one's a little cooler. Let's give it a shot. It doesn't want me to go to G right away either. All right. So, looks like what I'm going to be most likely working with is something in the F, G, or was it G sharp, back to E, and then I can either go back down to D. I didn't really care. I didn't care for the E to C in the context of the riff, so maybe E to B is kind of interesting. So let's try that one. This is going to be a little bit easier to hear. Some extra run in there if you want to. I don't think I'm going to do that because I'm literally looking for something highly atmospheric. It just needs to help push those the kind of root note that I'm kind of dancing around, I suppose. So. No, these are terrible. They're not terrible. They're just wrong notes. Might have to bust out Labs. Labs has a lot of like weird, eerie sounds that are built in that are kind of cool. All right, let's give this one a go. Let's see how that sounds. B doesn't feel right either. I'm having a hard time figuring out what I want that next note to be. Honestly, D might just be the right call because it's a minor third underneath the F that I'm coming back to. Don't fight it if it works, right? All right, so here's what we'll do. We're going to throw in that progression and then maybe even accentuate it with guitar. Because now that I've kind of got it figured out what I'm reaching for, I can find some other ways to like hint at it with the guitar as well. Let me switch this back to here because for whatever reason, that keeps tripping out whenever I'm on that particular screen. Excuse me. All right, so let's see. Where am I at? Hey, oh, there it is. That right there. gotta find like the right point because it swells in slowly. So that's what I'm looking for right now. Something like that. Not the worst. Gotta save some of my CPU power here. Wanting to die. We don't want that. I'll walk away for 10 minutes and come back to nasty riffs. I love it. I'm glad you're digging it, man. Yeah, I was messing around trying to find like a lead that was gonna fit over the rhythm. And at first I was tapping on guitar and I was like, I don't really know what I'm doing with all this. Wasn't really caring for it. Switched over to synth, found a cool thing to do with the synth, and now I am coming back to do guitar again, but this time with the synth in mind. The cool thing is, if I really want to, I saw your comment. I agree. The synth and the doing like this is the single notes is definitely getting the point across more. What's really cool though is because all I'm doing is outlining a very simple progression. I can actually turn around and use that as like the chorus. There's a lot of options there now, just because of what this part kind of implies. There's a way to take something out of it. So let's go ahead and get a lead guitar layer recorded. If I can stop scanning through my entire program trying to find it now. What do we got? This menu is too big. There you go. Yeah. Basically just need this. Hopefully this doesn't. Oh, thank God. I'm like dreading. I have this like one error happening with Cubase now, where sometimes whenever I open a plugin and then close it, it for whatever reason has been causing Cubase to crash. And it hasn't happened on stream yet, but I feel like just me talking about it is going to cause it to happen, and I'm going to be real sad. Let's see here. Let's throw on Nolly. I'm not even going to do anything to any of the. I'm not gonna worry about IRs or nothing. Let's just see how it sounds. Let me record. Obviously, that might help. Wrong note. Duh. Adjust the MIDI because now I can tell the MIDI's not switching at the same time as the guitar, so I gotta find that grace period that I was looking for earlier. I think it might be more like just a 16th, especially now that the guitar is there to kind of like help imply the switch. So like even if this is still swelling, the guitar will already be implying it. All right, now we need to write the next part because no riff of the week is ever done with just the first 17 seconds or whatever. No. Do it. Make your suggestion, my friend. While I'm saving. Perfect timing. Ghost notes for the snare. Yeah, you're definitely not wrong. There's a lot of space in there. All right. We will circle back for ghost notes. Let's see about getting the next part. Fill out some of that space. Yes, I agree. I strongly agree. Whoa. Hey there. Get your act together. Maybe a little Tom fill. Yep, definitely. All right, so let's see. What are we up to? 20 seconds, right when this riff starts. So, obviously, if I do another, same size chunk, I'm going to end up with another 20 seconds, which I'm cool with. So let's see. I want to see how it feels going into this next part. I feel that pain so much, dude. This got really loud all of a sudden, so we're going to turn this down a little bit. Excuse me. kind of like that pattern. I don't know if it needs to go right into that, but it's kind of a cool idea that I want to hold on to. Tell you what, I'm going to tune up real quick. I'm having a hard time playing chords. Single notes is a little harder to notice on. That's the wrong thing I needed to open. That's not what I needed to open. No, I did it. It froze. Oh, hey, I need to turn my phone down so I can actually, I'm done checking the sound. We're good. All right, YouTube. This is part 2 where my graphics card decided to mess up for an error that I can't seem to solve. So, I'm going to have to go and edit out that whole section of weirdness for like the last 5 or 10 minutes, whatever it was. Love that. Big fan. Anyway, moving on. We were trying to figure out what comes next. So. Let's see. Let's get a little more vibe. I want to pick up a little bit more of the vibe going into this next part and then try to see if this is going to work or not. That's not bad. That's not half bad. Let's see how it feels playing it directly after it. maybe just keep it slow. Maybe let's try that out instead. I don't care for that. I gotta find the right pattern for that, you know? What is it? I like that better. There's options there. There we go. That's kind of cool. Wrong notes. No. Hate it. There we go. Just gotta find the right spot to do it from. Okay, I kind of like that. So we're going to go ahead and run with that. That's a cool one. Let's see what we can do. Fucked up that last part. Let's not use that last take. Let me see exactly how I did it over here. Okay. We'll get it this time. Let's do it. What in the world? Oh, apparently I didn't actually have it set up to start exactly on the beat there. That's funny. It's all good. That's why you have pre-roll. That's good enough for now. It's not perfect, but I'm not trying to be perfect in my first take. You just want to get your idea out there so you can get the other parts of the song working. Hey, played that like Dookie. That's all right. We'll find the one to splice in and kind of try to nudge these better because I am not doing final takes right now. So none of this is like the most important thing. If you're slow at editing, feel free to skip it and, do something else to get your riff of the week type content done. But I'm not that slow at it. And I'm not trying to make it perfect either. So as long as it's mostly there, we're good. And it's getting to be about mostly there. Hey, don't do that. We don't want that. Now onto the drums. I think we want to hit that with that, like, yeah. Yo, how's it going? I appreciate that you like it. Yeah. This is kind of cool. I wanted to have this like, really heavy vibe. So it's kind of what I'm shooting for at the moment. Maybe something like this. I have a new kitten, and she is currently playing with an old headphone cable that I have routed to the front of my PC. It is kind of adorable. Whoa, hey, there we go. A little bit more power. All right. What we're going to do now is I don't have it set up yet with cymbals, so let's just get a cymbal going. Let's see what we got here. We got that. I need to get rid of that hit because both hands are occupied. go ahead and do the the cool drummer thing. I kind of want to maybe do something like on this space here before the guitars pick back up. Maybe do like a I hear something here. Misclicks because I'm blind as a bat. Rim ghost tap. You talking about on the snare? Yeah. Ghost hits for sure. Oh, that's on the off center hit. Get back over here. I don't want to do this. Maybe move this one over like this. Get some more involved kicks to kind of bring the next downbeat in. Maybe this. I don't like how that turned out. There's something in here I'm missing here. I don't need another kick here. The snare kind of helps bring it in. Keep this one over here. The sped up one. I don't know about that snare though. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Oh, you know what I could do is maybe like accent the last couple of kicks with toms as well. Nah. I think instead, let the kicks do the job here, and then on the second version over here, like since it plays twice through, in here somewhere, I'll get like a tom fill that's sped up like that instead. I think I want to do here is do something like this. That's kind of cool. Although I don't want to do like the exact same splash. So maybe instead of double splash, which one do I like better? I like this one a little better. So we'll use that one. And then instead I will hit, there we go. I wonder about leaving this downbeat open though. Actually, yeah, because like everything pauses right there, so it's kind of cool. Or let's see. Some more ghost note stuff. Let's see how it sounds. These aren't necessary, I think. Get that double here. Kind of like maybe instead of doing the kick here, do a snare. Hey, stop. Get rid of it. There we go. Maybe I'm hearing like I really want to accent this particular accent pattern. I think the drums are vital to helping to bring this particular thing out, but I'm trying to make sure I do it correctly. What? Why did it just bring everything up on its own? I did not say do that at all. There we go. Much better. Yeah. So this is the first half. Now we've got this half that I got to get done. Did the dun, did the dun, did the dun, did the and then obviously I want to do this double snare here. I know I said get rid of that. Okay. My misclicks are horrendous. Let's see how this particular section feels. Let me take an off rim shot instead and put it on regular centered hit and bring it down for the blasty feel. Go ahead and crank that up to 30-second notes. Actually, let's go ahead and do blasts right away, right? But then go into, I don't know if I should do gravity blasts at the last section here. There we go. The gravity blast here. And then come out of that into a roll, because I had mentioned wanting to do like a tom roll. Maybe just do the snares as the blast, though, and not bring the kicks up to speed like that. I misclicks. I think I also need to bring back some of these alternating hits so it has like a little bit more vibe to it. That's better. Excuse me. I am dealing with bronchitis, so I apologize for coughing into my microphone. I'm going to go ahead and repeat this part. This part right here is like just a carbon copy of itself, so just to save some time. There we go. Now let's see how this whole thing kind of vibes out. Oh, I guess I need to add cymbals to the second part here, huh? Might help. I kind of want to like pick up the pace a little bit. Where's my hat? There we go. Definitely need that like first big crash accent here. Maybe these are wrong. Yeah, let's try something else. Yeah, with the snare. Excuse me. Might follow. Might bring back the fast splash thing from earlier, right here. I think that needs to be doubled. Not as rim shot. There we go. I keep hearing these like interesting little like accent moments. Okay, I don't hate it. I forgot the pattern. All right, cool. So that's that pattern. Now the idea is to get these connected with the first half, which if you weren't here earlier, sounds like this. a half bad riff of the week. So now I gotta see if I can even play the damn thing back to back. Gotta listen to that real quick. Yeah, okay, so. It's meant to be a scratch. Now I gotta remember this part. So, what I would likely do from this point, with a riff of the week, like, because I like to do content for TikTok, Instagram, excuse me, YouTube, like my streams and stuff, they all get posted to YouTube. So, what I would do with a riff of the week setting like this, I would probably roll with it as it is. But what I'm hearing for like future development is doing like a different type of run there at the end for the second half before it goes into the actual second block of the song. Excuse me. So, if you have the time to, because like, content is king these days and trying to move fast is everything. So, if you've got the time to develop your, daily idea, because like I'm doing this once a week, but I could do this every day. I don't really want to get like, fully fleshed out ideas all the time. So, I mean, I think that it just depends on how you approach your content. If you're doing content, just on the fly, then you should do things that you have to question less. And so my approach for this is to just kind of take what I've got and go with it. Because realistically, if this were to become a song, then yeah, I would sit down and go over those different turnarounds and make sure that everything's kind of got its own identity. So uh, here, though, I kind of like how it sounds. It gives you the vibe. And it just allows you to be like, okay, well, there's my content for the day. And so then I would, I'll finish up streaming so that way I can upload it to YouTube. But I'm also going to just do like an actual video of me with a background playing this riff as well. And the benefit of that is I've got different pieces of content for different platforms now. So, trying to move fast is kind of a pain in the ass these days. Especially when it comes to creative work, because a lot of times we want to stop and question whether or not it's any good. But instead of wondering if it's any good, just do it. Just do it. So yeah, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream because unfortunately my stream kind of crashed earlier. So I have to splice the two halves of this particular stream together. So if you like what you hear here, go check out my YouTube. It's easy to find, youtube.com/@shredcase. And then be on the lookout because on YouTube and on TikTok and on Instagram, all of them are @shredcase. I'm very easy to find. I'll be posting a playthrough of this. And if you're in Riff Hard, then expect to see this as my Riff of the Week post this weekend. So I want to thank y'all for hanging out. And I will be back later tonight with either Oregon Trail or Resident Evil because that's hilarious. So, bye, YouTube.